Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So the last update about the latest upcoming episode of Unfortunate Love was how Rishi chose Lakshmi over Neelam, and Rishi tells everyone that he is going to leave the house with Lakshmi, and Neelam shed all tears. So let's continue from there. Lakshmi tried to stop Rishi from talking rudely to Neelam. Rishi tells Lakshmi that she said whatever she wanted to say and says this is my last decision, that I am leaving this house with you. Grandma says, Neelam, you have done a disaster. Virendra asks Neelam to stop Rishi before it is too late, and Grandma asks Neelam to accept Lakshmi and says Lakshmi deserves to be our daughter-in-law. Virendra says to Neelam that we cannot let a mother separate from her son. Neelam goes away from there and Malishka says, Rishi, please don't leave. Neelam goes to his side and she cried. Rishi asks Grandma if he has done right by saying that he will leave the house with Lakshmi, and Grandma signals to Rishi that yes. Rishi cries and he hugs Grandma. He then hugs Virendra. He tries to touch Karishma's feet, but Karishma stops him angrily. Rishi says, Aunt, you have always supported my mom, and she asks her to continue to support her in his absence. Rishi genuinely apologizes to Abe and Kiran and says, I cannot lower your pain, but please forgive me. Rishi asks Sonia to take care of their mom, and Sonia cried and asked him not to go. Rishi asks Ayush to take care of everyone and become the next Rishi after him, and says, I am leaving this house forever. Ayush hugs Rishi and cries and says, I will come with you. Rishi says, you have to take care of everyone. If you do any drama, then you will be beaten up really. Ayush and Rishi are crying, hugging each other, and Rishi comes to Neelam and holds her hand, but Neelam moves her hand away and cried. Rishi says, I am going far from you, but I cannot separate from you. Please forgive me for this. Rishi turns to Lakshmi and he holds Lakshmi's hand and he takes Lakshmi out of the house, and both Rishi and Lakshmi step out of the house while a song plays in the background. Malishka cried and says, Rishi. Neelam turns and looks at the door, and she recalls Rishi choosing Lakshmi as his love. She cries and sits down on the floor, and she cried so badly, while Karishma and Ayush tries to pacify her. Shalu and Bani comes out of the house and says that they did not want brother-in-law to leave the house for their sister's sake. Outside the house, Lakshmi asks Rishi that what have you done? Rishi says whatever had happened with you till now has happened with me today. He says you had always left the house alone many times. You always thought about my happiness, so it is my turn to save you, and says your love is saving you today. Lakshmi says to Rishi that I had given you swear not to tell anyone about your love for me, but you broke the promise. Rishi says I was helpless and I was forced to tell the truth because I thought that what is more important for you, your swear or our lives. Rishi says I know why you give me swear and why you refuse to let me confess my love for you, but now everyone knows that we love each other. Rishi says to Lakshmi that maybe you stop me from telling everyone about our love because you think that my feelings is wrong and I did not feel anything, but I really love you very much, Lakshmi. Rishi says this is true love feeling. I haven't felt it before, but I feel it with you, and I promise that I don't feel it with anyone else. Rishi says to Lakshmi that my life is with you. You are my oxygen and you are the one keeping me alive. Ayush comes out and says Neelam auntie is broken and she is crying a lot. Rishi says mom loves me a lot. Lakshmi asks Rishi to go back inside. Rishi says I will not go inside and I will not hurt mom more and everything will be fine. Rishi says to Lakshmi that I have taken my decision and I will never go back on my word. Lakshmi pleaded with Rishi to go inside and says she cannot feel suffocated. Rishi says if I go inside, then I will make mom sad because I will return back to you again. Ayush says the situation is changed and he asks Rishi to come and talk to his mom to stop crying, but Rishi refused. Rishi says to Ayush that you know mom and I know her more than you. He asks, do you want me to use my mom's emotions? And says, I don't think that mom would accept Lakshmi ever. And he asks Ayush to go inside. Ayush asks, what will I do without you? And says, even God Sri Ram did not refuse his Lakshman to come with him, so he would also go with Rishi and Lakshmi. Rishi says to Ayush that you cannot come with us because you have to bear the responsibility of the house now, and he asks Ayush to go inside. Ayush says, I cannot live without you. I have no identity without you, and he asks Rishi to take him along. Lakshmi hugs Ayush and says you have to handle the responsibility of the house, and for that, you have to stay in the house. Lakshmi hugs Ayush and says that she will try to convince Rishi to return to the house, and Ayush cried and says, "You both are punishing me by refusing to take me along." Rishi says, "I am giving you the responsibility," and he asks Ayush to go inside. Ayush asks Lakshmi to call him whenever she needs him and says he will be there immediately, and Ayush hugs Lakshmi. Lakshmi says to Ayush that he would always be with us, and Ayush asks Rishi to take care of his sister-in-law and also asks Lakshmi to take care of his brother. Rishi asks Ayush to go to his mom and handle her and others. Ayush cried, but then he goes inside. Rishi asks Lakshmi to come and they leave. Inside, Neelam tells Karishma that Rishi left her. Malishka says that it is not Rishi's mistakes and says that cheap Lakshmi is doing all this. Grandma says, "I know you are upset, but you don't have the right to badmouth about Lakshmi." Ayush comes inside and says, "My brother said that he will not return," and everyone is shocked. Abe says Lakshmi must not have let Rishi come back. Ayush says sister-in-law was even folding her hands and asking my brother to return, but he refused and says sister-in-law said that she will send him back, so sister-in-law is not at fault. Malishka says Lakshmi is making Rishi dance on her tune, but everyone is not saying it, and Malishka cried. Karishma says that she doesn't want to see Lakshmi's face, and Grandma says that if we have let Rishi and Lakshmi's marriage happen, then this wouldn't have happened. Kiran says you are still thinking about Lakshmi and says Malishka is also your daughter since many years. Grandma says if Rishi loved Malishka, then he wouldn't have gone with Lakshmi and he would have married Malishka, but Rishi doesn't love Malishka. Malishka shouted that Rishi loves only me since many years and says Lakshmi has trapped Rishi. Virendra asks Malishka to ask her heart if Rishi truly loves her and says Rishi would never be happy with you. Malishka says Rishi was happy with me and I would have kept him happy even after our marriage, but Lakshmi took Rishi away. Grandma says to Malishka that Lakshmi is Rishi's life and they both cannot be separated. Abe tells Virendra that if Malishka armed herself, then it would punish Rishi and everyone. Virendra says we have years-long relationship and I care for Malishka and I cannot see her sad, but Abe should not ignore the truth. Virendra says to Abe that if they force Rishi to marry Malishka, even after Rishi and Malishka's marriage, then Rishi will still not love Malishka. And what if Rishi goes to Lakshmi even after his marriage with Malishka? Then what would have happened? And everyone looks on. This Malishka is just beautiful. She is pretty, no doubt, but no brain at all. She is beauty without brain, because how can you everything happened in your presence there. A man left you on your wedding day to put ring on another woman's finger and says that he is leaving the house. He is leaving the house. He is leaving his mom. He is leaving his dad. He is leaving his family for that woman, and yet you are still saying it is the woman that trapped him. Why can't you trap him as well? Malishka is definitely living in her own world and I don't know why. I don't understand. Anyway, guys, this is 25th of September's update on ZTV, which means that we have 26th updates coming up soon, and then today is 27th, right? So which means it is only one episode that is remaining for me to give right now on this channel for us to be at the same level with ZTV. So any update or anything you hear that is different from something that I've said on this channel about this series, then believe it at your own risk, because I'm already following ZTV currently now. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.